Hey guys, Fox here, going to bring you another 1 versus 1. This is against Dero, or also known as Cobrashark, playing as Vermont on the south position of Langres. And up north we have Vandera playing as Americans on the north position. This is a regular 2.6 matchup, so no beta changes here. Today I'm going to get this game started right away from the 5-second mark, starting in 3, 2, 1, play. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Well, I said Dero because that's his game replay's name on the forums. He actually requested me to cast this, and I said sure, and here I am casting it for him. He said it was a very entertaining game. Both players are level 12, so it's not pro play, but it's definitely not newbie play. They definitely have a good handle on what you're doing. I'm actually that level 12 right now. Well, the little story behind this actually is Dero. I'm going to refer to him as Dero in this game. So just a reminder, that's Cobrashark, Vermont player, Dero. Dero was playing this guy. He was playing British on ladder, and while they were playing Vandera, used the Bren, abused the Bren, and Dero rage quit, asked him for a rematch, but this time for him to play as Americans. And so this is the rematch. Hopefully Dero comes out on top. I hate people that abuse. I actually lost my level 12 because somebody spammed ruse, and the guy even said, "Oh, I just wanted to win. I know I'm abusing." So, really, dude? But anyway, focusing onto the game, it looks like we have a normal build for Dero with a bike actually mixed into it. Gonna get Volksgrenadiers, and Vandera is gonna get a rifle squad. Their capping order looks so similar, both getting a +5 and +10 fuel and munitions. Looks like we may have a possible engagement here in the middle. The Volksgrenadier squad's capping that, and the rifle squad capping that +10 munitions. However, this rifle squad can always use this building to their advantage. It doesn't look like he's moving out yet, as he's using that green cover behind the haystacks. Actually, here we go. Here comes the engagement. Wise thing would do is to run to that building. He does notice that, and Dero realizes that's not engagement he wants to do, and pulls back a little bit. Actually, gonna decide to build sandbags with the support of his bike. This is a great move, actually. Gonna give him green cover and balance that fight a lot more evenly for him. And here on the right side, we actually have Engineer and Pioneer Squad going at it. It looks like the Engineer Squad is going to come up on top, especially with Rifle Squads firing onto that Pioneer Squad. The Engineer Squad loses one guy. Pioneer Squad is very low on health, needs to retreat that, however, may get picked off, and yes, it does. Gets picked off by that Rifle Squad. Looks like the bike was trying to come in there and help out. Maybe can force this Engineer Squad to retreat at least, as long as he can chase that down and doesn't take too many hits from that Rifle Squad. Yes, second Rifle Squad coming out. Do we have another unit out for Dero? No, not yet. So he's kind of alone here with this Volk squad. Gonna have to focus by that Rifle Squad as they are flanking, as well as that Engineer Squad. The bike trying to do its thing. MG is now out on the field. Oh, and manages to take the Engineer Squad out, so that's going to be very helpful for Dero. Dero needs to be very careful here. They're getting low on health. He does retreat that one Rifle Squad. Needs to pull that squad back or retreat them. Looks like he is not going to retreat them. Probably going to keep them for some capping power, and is comfortable with that. Here up here on the top left side, a little engagement. Pioneers forcing the Engineer Squad back. Gonna happily cap that +10 fuel, as there are no squads heading that way. Needs to definitely watch that Volksgrenadier Squad in the middle. The few shots from a Rifle Squad could possibly take it out. However, there's an MG now setting up behind this green haystack, so that should cover it and take care of that. However, needs to watch out for flanks, as this right side is so open. Hopefully Vandera has a good rifleman spread, as that's what you need to do to combat Vermont all the time with their MGs and whatnot. And looking at map control, looks pretty even so far. Can't tell. Volksgrenadier Squad in the middle, almost getting destroyed there. Almost lost the squad as he was building barbed wire. They do take extra damage with while they're building anything, and he only had 2 guys in there, so that was very close. Good retreat there by saving that squad. MG did adjust to that, but doesn't look like the Rifle Squad is going to go for that, as they are capping the +16 munitions. And he retakes that building up there. Not going to do much, however, it does give him sight. may be able to see the MG position. I'd switch players, but that would desync it as my computer lags for like 2 seconds. So I'm not sure if you can see that MG squad. It is kind of far. If he does, he would be able to flank it. Looks up here on the top left corner. A little engagement here, not something you can win, especially with Pioneer squads and only a bike. However, he could harass with the bike if he decides to. And it does at least spot these 2 rifle squads, making a nice little push here on the left. MG looks like just popped out in time, getting it set up in position. Hopefully he can get a suppress on that. Where's that second rifle squad at? It's still way in the back here, so no flanking rifle squad going to come from him. However, he does pull back before that suppression settles in. And here up north we have a Jeep. However, that's not going to do too much, I believe. If the MG can hurry up and reset, there are no rifle squads in the vicinity to flank. However, that Jeep doing quite a bit of damage. Good micro there, separating them from the green cover, and now is free to take care of this MG if nothing is coming up. Actually, there is a Volksgrenadier squad and a bike to counter that Jeep. Jeep's going to have to get out of there, especially when it's down to about 1/4 of its health. MG's going to set up, needs to pull that rifle squad back. Hopefully he sees that before the suppression settles in. Nope, suppression does settle in. Going to have to retreat that squad, and even a flaming engineer squad getting suppressed there. This is definitely not a situation you want to be in. Need to pull those squads back, and hopefully Dero can take advantage of that. Quickly place his MG up here and start choking him in his base. Cap that middle point. Not necessarily middle point, but that strategic point next to the US player's base, and cuts him off from the right side of the map. Here's a little engagement. Rifle squad does have the green cover here, and while this fight is going on, this wall actually that the riflemen are hiding behind is yellow cover now in the beta. So once that goes official, that is no longer green, or yeah, no longer green cover. It will be yellow cover, and probably a lot easier to destroy. Rifle squad, a few rifle squads is gonna do a push here. He needs to be careful. Vandera has to know there's MGs on the field, and this is an obvious bait. Volksgrenadiers are just taking a few shots and retreating, and he does that. He realizes that and does not decide to push any further as that MG is set up back there. He doesn't see it, but he's got game sense. You know, you automatically know that after playing for quite a while. And we actually have a medic bunker up behind this bush, so that's a pretty good position there. He'd probably be going defensive doctrine, and that will allow him to reinforce from that medic bunker. And forced retreat again, not able to get this barbed wire up. He really wants this barbed wire up. I haven't seen that kind of play before. It's interesting. And medic doing his job over there. MG is set up, but it is getting flanked. Good spread here by Vandera. One squad on the right, one in the middle, and this MG's taken quite a few hits. Hasn't lost any guys yet. Is down to half health. However, here comes another rifle squad coming in. Panzerfaust, that Jeep. And oh man, the MG is so low on health and manages to get out of there just in time. This rifle squad spread is great. It was winning him this fight, and now he can, I wouldn't say exactly push in. He could push in from the north. If Vandera can take advantage of this building up here north of the medic bunker, that's going to give him a good foothold to harass that medic bunker and see where the MGs are placed and whatnot. That's just going to be annoying for Dero. Hopefully Dero can manage that. Craig Barracks out for Dero. That's pretty common. Of course, you're going to get a medic bunker, you're going to get lots of infantry, and he does go defensive doctrine. I can see the For the Fatherland set up. Looks like we have an M8 armored car coming from Vandera. And does Dero have any? Doesn't look like he has anything. He has an AT gun building now, but he does not have a counter for it yet. So he needs to bait that M8, just annoy the crap out of it with the majority of his squads. Oh man, a mine in the middle here does some serious damage to that Volksgrenadier squad, forcing them back. And now this M8 armored car, it has free reign. So what Vandera needs to do is just do the damage. Place mines, and he's placing mines right now. He's going to place a mine right outside of that medic bunker. So once the Grenadier squad pops out of there, which is very, very close, you can see the bar. Perhaps, I believe that's one more guy, and it may kill that instantly. Let's be very careful about that. M8 needs to be more aggressive, I believe. If maybe he's afraid of an AT gun, which is reasonable. Oh, the medic actually steps on that, and then the second medic comes in, picks up that guy, and now he has a grenadier squad, so that's a little unfortunate for Vandera. And may lose a rifle squad here, taking a lot of damage, going through no cover, they're on the move. And there he goes, manages to retreat in the middle of MG fire, practically no health. Loses the M8 here to the left to the AT gun that has popped out. And that's unfortunate. The M8 didn't do too much, just killed a medic. And actually helped Dero, I believe, killed the medic and gave him that grenadier squad he needed. So that kind of sucks for him. I believe if he was more aggressive, like force these MGs to retreat and whatnot, and get him out of position a little bit, so this rifle squad force that is coming out now would have a chance to do their thing. But unfortunately, that's not going to be the case. He is going to the south. Hopefully, he can go in that building and see that there's no MGs. And then, oh, there's actually one MG. I didn't even realize that. He's set up here. So it's a good position in this medic bunker. It's a lot easier to cover from the left and right side with an MG nest, or just a regular MG. And now another Grenadier squad coming out for Dero. So we can see this decent push here, but all these squads are not fully reinforced. I don't know what that's from. I didn't see them take any hits, and I'm assuming he didn't reinforce, but we have a weapons support center out for Vandera, and for Dero, nothing yet. He did just go tier 2, so you probably won't see anything from him for a while. The early engagement does let Dero know that there was a somewhat of a push in the south. There's a mortar going off in the middle. Needs to be careful as these two squads are blobbed. That's gonna suck if a mortar squad lands, or mortar squad, just a regular, whatever they call a mortar bullet, lands in there. Throws a grenade into that building. However, Vandera is paying attention, gets out of that building, but still takes damage. That's unfortunate. Now finally realizes the mortar squad is firing on his grenadier squads. Hopefully he can move in and take it out. Focus fire that squad, but he decides not to. Mortar squad is falling back and doesn't care about the mortar squad. Does have a campcraft center out, so we're going to see veterancy very, very soon. And does manage to push him back. Should go for that mortar squad, probably will here in the top left, taking care of rifle squad for that plus 10 fuel. And Dero, there's a mortar squad firing over here. Don't cap right next to it. They're like 10-20 feet away from each other, and the mortar squad is just getting free reign. I guess he doesn't realize it. That's unfortunate because he could catch it out of position here, and the mortar lands right next to the grenadier squad. Does he notice? He's not moving. He's unfortunately going to have to adjust because all the rifle squads are now out on the field and are going to still have support of that mortar squad. Hopefully he can bait him to this MG in the south or move the MG up. He does have green cover and taking care of one rifle squad. However, he's eventually going to have to retreat, going to stay there as long as possible to do the damage and hold them back as long as possible. The longer he doesn't have map control, the better, as he is cut off from the right side of the map, and the mortar's still doing his thing. There is a sniper out for Vandera. Already has 2 kills. Grenadier squad gonna have to retreat. So the sniper saving the day there, making that fight a lot quicker for the US players, so he can finally recap his middle. However, that MG is suppressing that one rifle squad there that should be capping right now. Come on. Sniper's gonna move up, try to take care of this MG. Dero should know that there's a sniper on the field and retreat, especially when mortars are landing all over your grenadier squads from the early fight. And he does have his own mortar, however that's gonna take a while. You don't want to rely on that. I believe it was trying to counter that mortar. I haven't seen where it has landed yet. We do have mine detection coming out for Dero. Ooh, no. Mortar landing in the middle of VP, almost killing the engineer squad, but he's deciding to keep the VP, keep him there to capture that middle VP, and hopefully he retreats. Actually going to lay down a mine in the middle of this fight. It can be popped off very, very easily. Grenadier squad, hopefully focus fires that. Sniper trying to get in this action, and rifle squads unfortunately run into that negative cover. Actually, they ran into that to throw a grenade, almost killing that MG. However, that is just feeding the medic bunker now, and these folks Grenadier squad needs to get out of here. And I hear more shooting up north. Actually, Grenadier squad taking care of a. Never mind. There's a mortar still firing on them, taking a chunk of their health, turning that fight around. Almost turning that fight around. Mortar is adjusting, however, is very dangerous to getting flanked. He needs to chase down that rifle squad and then take out that mortar squad. He has so many opportunities to take it out. It's a bit unfortunate because the mortar squad now has 2 kills, and if this continues, it can start paying off. It may only have 2 kills, but it's been taking a good chunk of health from different squads like this Grenadier squad that is now capping. And he doesn't realize the mortar is there again. He's capping about 30 feet away from that mortar team and takes a huge hit. 3 guys down, and possibly one more hit can kill it. He does retreat it though. So maybe we'll see how this mortar does. Up to 5 kills now. I'm gonna do a quick time synchronization. 15 minutes, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, and Dero has his own sniper out now. One shot towards the sniper should be able to take it out. One more shot. Rifle squads are too far away to do anything. Come on, one more shot, and bam, takes out the mortar squad. Only need to kill 2 guys, and the other guy just falls over and dies. And forced to retreat that sniper as rifle squads are too close. Here up north, oh no, losing a pioneer squad, going back to the middle. Looks like that engagement was delayed a little bit. That's going to favor Dero as his own mortar can go to town now. Oh man, taking a hit right there, forcing one squad to retreat, and now looks like bars are out for Vandera. That's a very smart move because that's what you want against Tier 2. Tier 2 is going to be very infantry heavy, and what do bars do great against? Infantry. Here comes a flank from Vandera. I believe he was, this would have been a lot stronger if his initial force from the front wasn't hit by that mortar squad and take him from 2 directions. However, he does kill an MG. May kill this mortar squad. There's an MG from the south, suppressing the squad. Oh no, he will not get the mortar squad. Very close to that. I believe Vandera still came out on there. He managed to kill an MG. That's always going to help him. But it was just too bad he wasn't able to push from the front as well. And I think he would have won that fight for sure. Looks like For the Fatherland was popped quite a while ago for Dero. Desperately trying to hold that middle point as it does have his medic bunker there. Once you lose that stronghold, he can go to town this medic bunker with his flamethrowers. And mortar was actually remanned, so he does not know about that. The first few shots may hurt him, may not. We'll see what it does. However, this rifle squad needs to retreat and go reinforce. And excuse me, just had to burp right there. And Dero so far has been kind of controlling this game. Vandera has been keeping the pressure on, trying to get out of this small light contain, because he hasn't been able to cap too much, as you can see on the map here. And here he gets once again trying to push out of here. Mortar squad. He does realize the mortar squad's over here and should be able to force retreat or take it out. Sniper is now alone, however. Needs to retreat. Are there any MG squads set up? Yes, there is one, but it doesn't look like it's facing the correct direction. Going back to the middle, throws a grenade. Does not manage to kill the mortar squad. Very low on health though. And bars here are to save the day. However, he has a decent sized force. Sniper, MP40 Volks with double veterancy coming to charge that rifle squad. Rifle squad needs to start focus firing this Volks Grenadier squad, perhaps suppressing it if he has enough munitions. As well as that mortar squad is going to town. Looks like assault phase for Dero. And this Volks Grenadier squad is just rolling through them here as the Grenadier squad in the back takes the hits. Also, that mortar in the back is also going to town. That's unfortunate for Vandera, so gets the Grenadier squad whoa, my camera went crazy. Reformed, finally ends up Volks Grenadier's days. He's just trying to keep him there as long as possible so the mortar can do its thing. However, it's still there up to 14 kills, so definitely paying for itself. Now can quickly go for the strategic point. Quick, Dero cap that strategic point, move his MGs up, and start choking Vandera in there, as he seems to have a hard enough time trying to get out of here. He does have a howitzer up, so this may be, if he can get some lucky hits, that will help him a lot. Hopefully he doesn't direct it too much on his medic bunker, because a lot of US players make that mistake, and where it would have been more beneficial in like the middle of a fight. Unless you see him like constantly, if you can pin him back in his medic bunker, then that's definitely when you want to start shooting it on there. And here comes a nice, decent push. Hopefully he spreads out those rifle squads. He may get suppressed by an MG, however, I do not see an MG set up anywhere. There's one coming out of the base right now, however, it's going to be a while before that one is set up. And definitely manages to push into the middle. Needs to be a lot more aggressive here. Push him out and start capping. Cap, cap, cap. At least get this in neutral. However, here comes some off-map artillery and forced to retreat, so that's unfortunate. Winning that fight and unable to cap anything. Look at all this destruction. That would have tore up his rifle squads terribly. So Dero once again comes out on top of that fight, even though he was forced to retreat. And M8 is now out. I hear artillery going off. And there he is, going for the medic bunker. Probably won't take it out. It's really close to death, though. There's another good chunk of its health. It is down to 1/4. And one more hit, actually, will take out that medic bunker. There's an engagement here on the top right. It doesn't look like the medic bunker went out. Here in the top right, just a grenadier squad and a rifle squad going at it. However, that his support is coming in from the flank and